Relax and let this gentle story carry you softly into sleep. Yarrow and Nymphaea's gentle journey. This story is about Yarrow, a kind-hearted human, and Nymphaea, a nurturing spirit, discovering the joy and beauty of nurturing life together. In the quaint village of Ferdinand, Hollow, nestled amidst rolling hills and sprawling meadows, Yarrow embarked on a journey like no other. His gentle nature drew him towards the heart of the forests, where the whispers of leaves and the songs of distant brooks created an enchanting symphony. The verdant embrace of nature wrapped him with a calming presence, guiding him towards his destiny. Yarrow had always felt an unspoken connection with the forest, as if the trees and streams had tales to share, meant only for him. At the heart of these woods, there existed a creature of pure heart, a mythical being known as Nymphaea. Nymphaea was a caring heart, a delicate, ethereal spirit, who nurtured the essence of life around the forest, with her soothing aura. With hair like silken waterfalls and eyes reflecting the shimmering lakes, Nymphaea was a living tapestry of nature's soft spirit. Her presence instilled tranquility, encouraging flowers to bloom and animals to flourish in harmony. Once during twilight, as the horizon bathed in hues of gold and amber, Yarrow met Nymphaea by the ancient willow. It was as if this encounter had been woven into the fabric of fate, a moment destined to redesign the path of both souls. Nymphaea recognized the kindness within Yarrow's heart, sensing his innate longing to nurture and protect. She approached him with an aura of calm, her voice a gentle breeze that promised warmth and growth. "Traveler," she whispered, "embrace the nature that dwells within your spirit, and together we shall nurture the world." Yarrow, mesmerized by her graceful presence, agreed with quiet resolve. As days turned to weeks, Yarrow learned from Nymphaea the dance of nurturing life. They roamed through glens and thickets, sowing seeds of hope in the form of kindness, compassion, and understanding. Under Nymphaea's guidance, Yarrow discovered how to listen to the rhythm of the earth, feeling the pulse of nature through the soles of his feet. He explored the art of healing through touch, the joy of watching new life blossom, and the solace found in giving. Every interaction was a testament to the beauty of coexistence, a harmonious bond between man and nature. Nymphaea, in turn, found herself rejuvenated by Yarrow's presence. His unwavering commitment and pure heart rekindled her spirit, reminding her of the joy in nurturing all manner of life. Together, they witnessed the foliage transform, bathed under the moon's gentle light, and the sun's resilient rays. Seasons changed, fields ripened, and streams sparkled anew as Yarrow embraced his role as a steward of the earth. As Yarrow matured in kinship with nature, he realized he had become more than just a caretaker. He had transformed into a beacon of hope, an embodiment of nurturing love that radiated outwards, touching the lives of everyone in Verdant Hollow and beyond. Even Nymphaea, in her ethereal wisdom, saw the lasting impact of their shared journey. She smiled with satisfaction, knowing that their bond was timeless, that for nurturing spirits like Yarrow's the cycle of life continued with vigor and peace. As twilight descended once more upon Verdant Hollow, casting shadows of promise and dreams, Nymphaea whispered a simple truth to Yarrow: in nurturing others, we become the finest version of ourselves, kindling joy that transcends us. And under the watchful gaze of the stars, Yarrow understood that his journey was not merely a path but a gentle voice of life itself. Let's drift softly into another chapter. Yeri and Bluebell's helping adventure. This story is about Yeri and Bluebell embarking on an adventure to spread happiness and help their village. In a quaint village nestled between emerald hills and silvery streams, lived a gentle-hearted girl named Yeri. Her days were filled with the laughter of playing children and the serene rustle of leaves whispering tales of old. Despite the many joyful moments, Yuri often noticed the small, saddened looks on the villagers' faces when things went wrong. One chilly autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Yuri sat beneath a sprawling oak tree, contemplating ways to bring more happiness to her community. Suddenly, a soft glowing light floated down from the branches, landing gently at her feet. It was Bluebell, the joyful sprite known for its radiant aura and uplifting spirit. If it's a mellow wintry day, Bluebell introduced itself. Good evening, dear Yuri. I have seen your desire to spread joy, and together we can make a difference. Yuri, struck by the sprite's presence, nodded eagerly. Yes, please, I want to help everyone find happiness, Bluebell agreed, and their adventure began in earnest the next day. Their first mission was to aid Mrs. Onsen, the village baker. She was struggling to bake enough bread due to a broken oven, leaving many villagers without their daily loaves. Yuri, who loved to help in the kitchen, suggested to Bluebell that they could gather firewood and create a temporary outdoor baking space. Bluebell, fluttering about, cast a shimmering spell that ensured the bread baked perfectly despite the unconventional oven. The villagers were delighted, praising Yuri and Bluebell for their innovative thinking. As the weeks went by, Yuri and Bluebell continued their journey of goodwill. They helped mend the worn-out fence for Mr. Harris, the farmer, ensuring his sheep remained safe and secure. Bluebell enchanted the tools to make the work light and joyful, while Yuri chatted with Mr. Harris, lifting his spirits. A most challenging task came when they encountered an intruding storm that threatened the village annual harvest festival. Rain poured down, and the tents began to collapse under the weight of the water. Yuri, filled with determination, rallied the villagers to reinforce the festival grounds. Bluebell danced through the storm, dispersing the clouds with sparkles of light and laughter. By the time the sun shone, the festival stood firm, and the villagers danced in celebration of Yuri and Bluebell's efforts. Days turned into weeks, and Yuri learned the true power of kindness and camaraderie, realizing that small actions make a big difference in people's lives. Bluebell, always by her side, watched proudly as the villagers grew happier and more united. Yuri felt a warm glow of satisfaction in her heart, knowing that together with Bluebell, they had inspired love and joy within their village. Resting under the same oak tree, Yuri thanked Bluebell for its invaluable help, promising to continue spreading joy and kindness. Bluebell, in turn, promised to always be near whenever Yuri needed a friend. With the village thriving in happiness, Yuri and Bluebell knew that their adventures were just beginning. Let's drift softly into the next tale. Camellia and Kala, a tale of supportive friendship. This story is about the supportive friendship between Camellia and Kala, who together overcome challenges in a flower-filled village. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, surrounded by sprawling flower fields, lived a kind-hearted young woman named Camellia. Camelia's house was a cozy cottage that seemed to blend silently with the flowers around it. One day, while tending to her blooming garden, she heard a faint squeak. She looked around and spotted a tiny mouse, with shimmering silver fur gazing up at her with bright, curious eyes. "Hello there," Camellia said gently, crouching down to the mouse's level. "My name is Kala," the mouse replied in a small voice. Intrigued by Kala's ability to communicate, Camellia invited her to stay. Their friendship blossomed as Kala shared tales of her adventures from the forest, how she outsmarted predators and found hidden pathways through the undergrowth. Camellia, who often felt lonely despite her serene surroundings, welcomed Kala's company with open arms. Together, they spent afternoons planting new flowers, whose vibrant hues added even more life to Camellia's garden. As seasons changed, Camellia faced challenges. A storm wreaked havoc, tearing through the village with fierce, unrelenting winds. And most flowers were stripped of their petals, leaving Camellia heartbroken. Seeing her distress, Calla scampered to her side, offering comfort. "We'll rebuild this garden," Calla squeaked reassuringly, her tiny paws on Camellia's hand. Together, they worked tirelessly, planting seeds and nurturing sprouts, once again bringing color back to the battered village. Calla's enthusiasm was contagious, and Camellia found hope blooming alongside her flowers. One night, Camellia grew ill, bedridden and weary. Calla, never leaving Camellia's side, brought her small treasures, bits of honeycomb and sweet berries, trying to lift Camellia's spirits. As stars shimmered overhead, the small mouse kept watch, humming soft tunes that lulled Camellia into restful sleep. Gradually recovering, Camellia realized the depth of Calla's support. She whispered, "Thank you for being here, my little friend." Beneath the moonlit sky, Camellia and Calla's friendship deepened, a bond forged through mutual support and unwavering devotion. From that day forth, Camellia and Calla were inseparable, finding joy and strength in each other's presence, forever cherishing the beautiful journey of companionship. Let's continue with another tale to warm your heart. Hey Jasmine and the Heritage of the Mountain Sprite. This story is about Jasmine's magical encounter with mountain sprite Yuri, which leads her to understand the true heritage of the mountains and share this wisdom with her community. Once upon a time, nestled in a verdant valley surrounded by majestic mountains, there lived a woman named Jasmine. Jasmine had spent her life exploring the mysteries of the mountains, driven by a deep fascination for the ancient legends that spoke of spirits dwelling within them. One particular legend often captivated her, the tale of a mountain sprite named Yuri, who was said to guard the secrets of the land's heritage. On a crisp autumn morning, Jasmine embarked on another journey up the winding paths of the mountain, her heart filled with anticipation. The air was thick with the scent of pine and earth, and the vibrant colors of foliage completed her path. As Jasmine approached a secluded grove known for its mystical aura, she felt an inexplicable presence. Suddenly, Yuri appeared before her in a shimmering mist, with the elegance of a creature from another realm. Jasmine was awestruck by Yuri's ethereal beauty. The sprite's presence was like the moonlight dancing on a still lake. Yuri greeted Jasmine with a voice that flowed like a crystal stream. "Welcome, seeker of heritage. You have been chosen to uncover the truths that lie within these mountains." Jasmine felt a surge of excitement and an overwhelming sense of responsibility. She asked Yuri about the treasures of heritage hidden in the depths of the mountain. Yuri explained that the heritage was not tangible like gold or jewels, but rather consisted of the wisdom and stories passed down through generations, until in the very essence of the mountains themselves. With a heartfelt smile, Yuri offered to guide Jasmine through an ancient ritual. Jasmine followed Yuri to a hidden valley, where towering, ancient trees seemed to breathe life into the air. Yuri instructed Jasmine to listen attentively to the whispers of the trees, for they held the memories of those who came before. Jasmine closed her eyes and felt the gentle breeze carrying tales of bravery, love, and unity between humans and the mountain sprites. As she opened her eyes, Jasmine realized the true legacy wasn't something she could possess but something she could share. Yuri nodded in agreement. The most precious heritage is the connection forged between you and the world around you. Moved by this revelation, Jasmine vowed to share the stories and wisdom she gained. She returned to her village, teaching children about the harmonious relationship between mankind and nature. ensuring the preservation of the land's heritage. Through the song and more she learned from Yuri. Jasmine's heart was touched forever by the magical encounter with Yuri, and the village thrived in unity and understanding, maintaining the beauty and wisdom of the mountains for generations to come. Good night. May comfort and calmness fill your dreams.